Hello, 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 hello. Friends, colleagues, and fellow professionals. You are welcome to the Airport Safety Channel, and I am your host, Isaac Otu. It is a privilege to welcome you to today's presentation. Still treating the topic, how well do you know your airport? Parts of a Runway, Annex 14, Volume 1, Aerodromes, 9th edition. And we are on Chapter 3, Runway and Safety Area. Okay, so as a reminder, we treated runway strip in our last video. If you have not watched it, I encourage you to go back and watch the last video because it has great influence on today's presentation. Okay, so let's zoom in into today's topic, runway and safety areas, or RESA. Annex 14, Chapter 3, Section 5 says, a runway and safety area shall be provided at each end of a runway strip where the code number is 3 or 4, and the code number is 1 or 2, and the runway is an instrument 1. It also recommends that a runway and safety area should be provided at each end of a runway strip where the code number is 1 or 2 and the runway is a non-instrument 1. Therefore, in all cases, runway and safety areas should and shall be provided. Note the word, it is beyond the end of a runway strip, not the runway itself, but beyond the runway strip. Having the runway and safety area beyond the strip means that after measuring your 60 meter strip, then you measure your RESA. After measuring your 60 meter strip, then you measure your RESA. And Annex 14 requires that a runway and safety area shall extend from the end of a runway strip to a distance of at least 90 meters. The minimum length of a runway and safety area shall be 90 meters and nothing below, but it can be greater than 90 meters. Annex 14 recommends that a runway and safety area should, as far as practicable, extend from the end of a runway strip to a distance of at least 240 meters where the code number is 3 or 4, or 120 meters where the code number is 1 or 2 and the runway is an instrument 1. In all this, you may reduce the length of the runway and safety area if you have installed an arresting system and your Civil Aviation Authority has approved your reduced length. Beyond this, the minimum length for a runway and safety area is 90 meters or based on the approved length of the Civil Aviation Authority. How about the width of the runway and safety area? Now, the width of the runway and safety area is related to the width of the runway. Annex 14 says the width of a runway and safety area shall be at least twice that of the associated runway. Therefore, the width of the runway determines the width of the runway and safety area. Let's look at this example. If the width of the runway is 30 meters, then the width of the runway and safety area shall be 60 meters. If the width of the runway is 45 meters, then what do you think will be the width of the RESA? Yes, 90 meters. Let's look at another one. If the width is 60 meters, then the width of the runway and safety area shall be 120 meters. Let's quickly look at a field view of the runway strip and the RESA comparatively. So currently you can see me standing along the side of the runway. I am positioned in the strip of the runway. Beyond the strip, I can see the 90-meter RESA, if that is what is provided, or the 240-meter RESA, if that is what I have. So beyond the strip, you have your RESA, and you measure your RESA accordingly based on what you have. Let's look at another field example of the runway relative to the strip and the RESA. And this time around, we are looking at a runway with a stopway. A runway with a stopway. You can see that beyond this runway threshold, there is a paved area which we are using as a stopway. So currently, I am standing at the threshold and I am looking for my stopway. This paved area is my stopway. We will look at stopways later and understand them better. Now, beyond the stopway, I now have my strip. So the runway and the stopway falls within the strip, and the length of my strip is 60 meters with a width of up to 140 meters. Now, after measuring my strip, I will now measure my runway and safety area. I will now measure my runway and safety area, which can range from between 90 meters minimum to 240 meters, and also has a width that is twice the width of the runway. Remember that the width of the RESA is measured from the center of the runway. So half of the length of the runway will go to one side and the same length to the other side, and you have it evenly spreading along the length of the runway. I hope this gives you a clearer view of the runway and safety area. We will look at inspection requirements in our next video. Our bullet for today is inspection. One of the reasons for an inspection is not only to check if the requirement is available, but also if it is serving its intended purpose. So don't inspect for inspection's sake, but inspect to find out if what you are inspecting is performing the function for which it is expected. Wow, thank you for watching. Post your comments and questions. Subscribe and click the bell. Share with one and all. And join us next week for the inspection requirements of the runway and safety area. See you.